Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi wahdahu wa sallallahu wa sallama wa baraka ala man la nabiyya ba'dahu wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. My brothers, my sisters, sometimes you could have a business where you've worked very hard and you know for a fact that you've tried your best and the customers are generally happy with your service. And it happens that you're a human being. There will be that one guy who comes to your business perhaps, and maybe he feels he had a raw deal. And so what he does, he gives you a very bad review. He bad mouths you. He goes around in society saying the nastiest things about you and your business, but between you and Allah, you know that the 10,000 people that really love everything that your business stands for and your ethics, morals, values, service, etc. are actually way beyond just this one guy, but the damage he is causing is severe and so much that it's unbearable. And this probably happens to every single one of us. Whether you're a school teacher, whether you're working for someone, sometimes you work for a person. And you find that you've done things right for 20 years and one mistake you've made and suddenly your own senior or boss perhaps might not even consider that you've served dedicatedly and helped towards the growth of the business beyond measure, and they would never look past that one thing that you did that was a blunder, or not even a blunder perhaps. Human nature, a mistake. May Allah Almighty grant us ease. I give you another example. Sometimes you have a relationship and people think that, okay, I'm going to give it my best shot and I'm never going to do anything wrong. And mashallah, you develop over years, 10 years, perhaps 5 years, 20 years, etc. Then one small blunder, some misunderstanding, a little bit of anger, temper, etc. And you know what? Suddenly your spouse or your family member or a friend of yours doesn't want to give you another chance. I am not an advocate of giving another chance when what was done was so severe that it doesn't deserve another chance. But I am an advocate of giving 20 chances or more to those who have erred in a way that it's not that serious. It's not a matter that you should break an entire relationship over. A lot of the times we break relations with our brothers, with our fathers, with our children, with our family members simply because of a little bit of money. It happens. There was a misunderstanding, you got more than I did and so on, and the relationship is gone forever. Wallahi, the value of your relationship is beyond the 10 million that you're fighting about. Subhanallah. The value of the relationship, it depends who it is. I'm not saying let it go. I didn't say that. Some people say, well, look at this guy preaching, just let it go. No. You can stand up and fight for your rights, but do it respectfully. You can stand up and ask and demand for what is yours, but do it respectfully. However, to let go of an entire relationship or for you to become abusive and vulgar would actually make or perhaps create a bigger problem. Ask yourself. For the sake of Allah, we have to be forced to gather in the masjid on a Friday, like it or not. You have to come. Why? Otherwise you're not a Muslim. Why? What's the big deal about it? Why does Allah force me to come to a masjid with people I'm not related to? They don't even belong to my class or my category. That's what some people think. Wallahi, they are more than your class and category. They are your brothers and sisters. They are the part of the test of Allah for you. That's the whole reason why you're sitting in this masjid here and now. That's the reason why the guy next to you is the guy next to you. That's the reason why there's going to be an irritation. I came up and rigged up my little tripod in front of me and I told myself, I'm going to inconvenience the brothers here, but I'll say a quick prayer for them. May Allah bless you guys for the patience you're going to bear with me. Inshallah, it's a broader benefit. I know some of my buddies, as I walked in here, they must be thinking, subhanallah, look at this guy. I have to do it on my own. People think you have a huge team. Yes, I am my team. I've got 10 people in my team. It's called a finger, 10 fingers. Can you see that? MashaAllah. May Allah grant you all ease. But the point I'm making is, sometimes you will always get people who misunderstand. I had a brother, as I drove in and I was parking my car, my window was down. Lovely brother, amazing, handsome looking guy. He walks to me and I'm trying to wind my window, park the car, look at the time, get into the masjid before the time. I've got 1,000,001 things on my mind and he wants to greet me through the window. And I'm busy trying to shut the window. I said, look brother, hold on. And then as I'm closing the window, I don't know, he may have felt, brother, I know you're sitting somewhere here, I love you. He may have felt or not felt. And then as the window is closing and he wanted to walk away, I opened my window. I opened my door. I said, brother, come back. Don't embarrass me. You're going away as though I chased you. I didn't chase you. But consider the fact that I'm also a human. I am doing something. I'm in the process of something extremely important. I made it to the masjid, making sure that I come here before 12:20, for example, in order to give me 10 minutes to rig up and set up. And then what happens? By default, you have a person. The brother was lovely enough to wait for me. And I came out, I gave him a little gift. I told him, my brother, I'm so sorry. Shook his hand. and try to ask him, what's your name, etc., etc. And mashallah, then he probably realized that, you know what? Yes, the man came out and greeted me, but you had to wait for those few seconds, isn't it? May Allah grant us ease. The reason I say this is because sometimes you can't do that. The person went away with the wrong perception of who you are. The first interaction that you had with someone, and they really think you're a disaster. Not realizing that, my man, 10,000 times I've done this. The one time that I didn't, now I'm judged. Allahu Akbar. I started off by saying it happens to every one of us. At some point in our lives, you're a lovely person. You give so much way to so many people, and you've really been so polite on the road that you're late for work all the time. But the once that you did not give someone way and you cut someone up, it happened to be your boss. Allahu Akbar. Now what? They get to you and say, you know what, this guy here, you're so shameless, you're so discourteous on the road. Relax. If you knew my life, I give more way than you, my man. But I'm too shy to tell that to you because you're my boss. May Allah grant us ease. I tell you, human beings are required to do their best. And remember, it's between you and Allah. People will hate you even though you're a much better person than they are. People will hate you even though you may be closer to Allah than they are. It's okay. It's one of those, did you try your best? Did you give it your best shot? Did you try to resolve matters? Did you try? Like I said, we're in this masjid now. Different colors, different races, different nationalities, different people of different social backgrounds and financial backgrounds and whatever else and so on. Why did Allah make it compulsory? Jumu'ah. If you haven't made it for Jama'ah 5 times a day, at least you have to make it for the Jumu'ah. Otherwise, like I said, you're not a Muslim. Allah wants you to mix with people who are not exactly like you. He wants you to talk to them, to greet them, to interact with them. He gives you an opportunity. You see a man from a different place. Are you going to at least greet? Assalamu alaikum, my brother, how are you? If someone is, for example, with a tire that might need changing, do you actually offer assistance? Or, my clothes are going to get messed, man. Relax. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Good luck changing your tire. I'm gone. Does a Muslim do that? No. No matter what you're dressed like, the minute you see someone needing help, what are you taught? What am I taught? Rush to help them. And Allah will rush to help you at a time of your need. That's the reason why the Jumu'ah is so important. Jama'ah, together. I've spoken about this a few times and it's a reminder to me because you know what? Even in my life, sometimes we feel, I don't need to interact. Why should I interact with people whom I don't even know? Moments ago, my phone rang and I'm thinking, you know what? I don't recognize the number. It could be someone phoning and swearing. Sometimes it does happen. People just get your number and they want to demoralize you. It happens. By the way, it does happen. They phone you, they swear you from A to Z until you put the phone down. What have they done? They try to assassinate not just your character but your personality. And they want to drop your morale. If you don't know and if it hasn't happened to you, thank Allah. So I thought to myself, you know what? I'll call this number back after Salah. I'm in no position to change my mood and mode prior to the prayer. Allahu Akbar. But sometimes you feel, why should I even answer this phone? Why do I even need to bother? I tell you why you need to bother. Because the hadith says a person who interacts with the people and bears their what? A person who interacts with the people and bears their negativity is better than a person who doesn't interact with them at all. Subhanallah. But if you cannot bear someone's negativity, you're not compelled to interact, because if it gets to a point where it's affecting your mental health and your well-being, trust me, to take a step back from whoever it may be is actually permissible. Sometimes you have a person within the family, a person within your circles, and it's become tough, and I've tried, and every time it's getting worse, and it's getting even worse, and it's becoming more and more toxic. I can stop at Salaam alaikum wa alaikum assalam and I'm out. I don't want to talk too much because you know what? Every time I speak, it's heading in the wrong direction. It gives me stress and anxiety to talk. Allahu Akbar. You're a human, so am I. It happens to us. Step back nicely. You see them, give them a nice opportunity to solve the matter by just greeting. Salaamu alaikum, peace be upon you. You may not be at peace with me, but guess what? I'm at peace with you. It's okay. My brothers, my sisters, you cannot please everyone.